to sit in front or it's not going to charge.
Huh? Charging.
Okay, good. So everybody, you're going to want to share here. We got
Dr. Cue.
So
what's up?
We got Tom.
And guys, if you can give us some feedback,
what do you got?
Dr. Cue, when he's talking, whether you can hear him, not hear him. He's on a wireless lapel mic.
So
if you can let us know, that would be greatly appreciated.
Wow,
if you
cool.
can hear him, not hear him.
Have you been to their place?
Did Gary announce in the room?
It's nice, isn't it?
Okay.
Even with,
that's great.
Ryan and I,
Tell him we said hi. That's awesome.
Tom, we're live.
Huh?
We're live.
Anytime you want.
Are we ready to go?
We're ready.
We ready to go? Ted, you want to say anything before we start? You want to give them any? You want to smile for them or anything? Look at this smiling group here, man, and it's huge. It's huge. We didn't hold back tonight. Listen, any of you that are in the room that want to, we're going to do about an hour clinic show for the stream, okay? So if you want to get on, so people see how friendly and smiley you are, join in, have a seat, okay? We're gonna kind of get started. I'll tell you what, I'll loosen up with some bank shots, and we're gonna do some tricks, and we're gonna do some teaching. We're gonna do a little bit of everything. So if you have any questions while I'm doing this, either in-house here or online, anywhere around the world, feel free. I assume this is going anywhere around the world.
Yep,
all over.
Will
this be going to Antarctica?
Oh yeah.
Good, because I have penguin friends there. I want to make sure, okay?
Long as they got the internet, we're good.
The penguins have instant internet access. It's great. So, and they're dressed for the occasion, by the way. So yeah. So I'm gonna start out here. We're gonna do all kinds of special stuff for the next hour. Just enjoy yourself. If any of the viewers have questions, they can. That's to keep kind of the left brain busy and the right brain flowing. So when you come down like this and you bank the balls will bank automatically. The reason they're banking automatically is because I'm not interfering with them with my left brain. In other words, the right brain is talking with our releasing the bank, and the left brain is talking, releasing the interference, so to speak. So as long as I do this, my brain is able to make these banks. I've shot thousands of banks in my life, and every time you shoot banks like this, it's a very easy process because your left brain is busy talking and your right brain is busy banking. Now, so far, I've made those because they've got magnetic pockets on these tables, okay? Yep. Now we're going to go over here, and we're going to shoot this way, and we're going to bank these this direction. So again, these are to my left, and the other ones are to my right. Now, you notice how easy this is. We come down like this, and we continue to bank over. Now, if you miss a ball, that's a bad ball. Put it down there somewhere, okay? Now we go over to this side, and we go over here, and we bank these balls. And we'll bank these balls like this. Very simple process like this. Bank this ball like this, bring it over like this, bank the ball, put this ball over like this, and bank this ball like this over here. Now, this ball here, the reason I missed that on purpose is so I could show you the famous under the leg shot like this. This is a lot easier way to shoot the shot. So if you do it this way, it's a lot easier way to make this ball. That should go right in the pocket. Perfect. Okay, good. Now, did you see how nice that went in that pocket? Yep. All right, now let's do some basic stuff here to start out with. That was just a loosening up exercise. We're gonna do something here that's kind of fun. We're gonna add some humor. We're gonna add some skill. We're gonna add a little bit of sugar and spice to this show tonight. So let's put this over here along the side. And I'm gonna first of all show a very simple concept that everybody can do if you're watching this, and you can try this yourself. It's very easy to do. We'll put the balls like this along the rails. And it's a very, very simple concept. Take 5 balls over here, 5, and 5 over here. And this is a very simple concept. So we're going to shoot these 5 balls in there, 1 ball second. Now everybody can do this. So if you're practicing, you don't want to make this too difficult. Just line up for your shot. Chalk up like this, come down to your shot. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty simple. Anybody can do that. It's not very impressive. Now you go to 2 balls a second, a little faster tempo. 1001, 1002, 1003. And then you go a little bit faster. Now, This is going to be very hard to follow, okay? It's very fast. I'm going to do 5 balls in less than a second. 5 balls in less than a second. Okay, Dave? Would you like to see it again? Would you like to see it one more time? Well, I said it was fast. I said it was fast, okay? So for the viewers that are watching this, that was that fast, and you've already seen it about 12 times, all right? So here we go, just like this. Very fast and just like this. Watch it. Very fast. Now, let's make it more difficult, okay? A little more difficult. This time, we're going to go to the next level. Then we're going to get into some of the high-degree skill shots. We'll go up. We'll go something like this. We're going to put the balls this time over here on the side. This is just a fun trick shot that everybody can do with a little bit of practice. It's a very easy concept. Line up all the balls along this rail. Just like that. And we're going to make all these balls in this corner pocket right here. We're going to make it in a little bit different way than you normally see it made. So the whole idea of this shot is to shoot each ball around the table 3 cushions to the corner. So we're going to shoot this one 3 cushions, this one, and they're all going to go in that corner pocket, all right? Now I know that looks easy, so we're going to make this, I learned this a long time ago, make the shot a little bit easier. So what you want to do, you want to make the pockets bigger. So anytime you're practicing and you want to have fun with a trick shot, you want to make the pockets bigger, you can do this. Now the pockets are huge, okay? They're 6-foot pockets. And all you got to do is hit these. Now I'm not going to scratch on this. That's the hard part of the shot. No scratches allowed in this shot. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we keep doing this. Very simple concept. Everybody can do this with a little bit of practice. Very simple concept. Just like this. Very simple, no problem. Everybody can do it with a little bit of practice like this. Just like that, just like that, just like that, like that. Now, that was easy, but did you notice I didn't scratch? That was very difficult not to scratch on that shot, okay? Now we're going to make it more complicated. That's enough of the easy stuff. Let's get into the hard stuff. When I was growing up in the game, somebody told me the spot had to be in the right place. And I never knew how to measure that. Nobody showed me how to measure that on the pool table. Now, they've got these tables perfect, so I'm going to show you a little bit of a demonstration of how to check out your pool table. And anybody that's got a table at home or anybody's got a table in a tournament, all you got to do is take the center on this rail here and the center on that rail there, put your cue stick down like that, put a piece of chalk under the cue stick. Then take the center of this rail and go to the center of that rail like this. And then put the chalk under that. So this is kind of like the scope on a rifle. Now you take this piece of chalk, put your thumb and turn it upside down and go like that. Put a mark. Then you put this here. And then you put this here. And then you see if the spot's right, you do it this way. Boom. So that tells you if your spot's right. It's very simple. Now, most trick shots off the spot are based on that. So if I put a ball here, and there was a guy years ago, I'll do a medley of little shots here. It was a guy named Minnesota Fats. Most of you have heard of him. He made this shot famous. He would shoot the 5 and the 6 like this. 5 ball and a 6. And the cue ball would go around to this ball over here. It's a very, very simple concept. So we hit the cue ball high left, smooth stroke, just like this. Ball goes around over like this and comes down like that. Very simple concept, okay? Now, the next shot is more difficult.
Let's share this, guys.
Fats would move it like this.
Share the stream for us.
He would take the 2 balls from the spot, and he'd move them over here like this.
We're just going to let Dr. Q do the talking.
Now he would add a bank shot with it. He would put the 7 over there, the 2 ball there, the cue ball around 3 cushions to the 12. So this became a more difficult shot. So this time, nice little shot, smooth stroke like this, around the table, over like that, goes down like that, okay? It's another shot. Now, let's make it more difficult because that's still pretty easy, okay? Another shot that became famous, and I fell in love with this shot, was the shot that Steve Mizrak made famous. This shot. A ball is here. 2 balls are sitting like this.
Just showing
2
off.
balls are sitting like this. The ball's sitting like this. And there's a ball right here. Now, a lot of players have never seen this ball. They've only seen the other ones. But this is a new shot for this moment, okay? So we're going to go ahead and hit this 8 ball. And the 5 ball is going to go over there, and the 8 ball and the 6 here, and the 7 there, and the 15 there, and the cue ball is going to go around and go like this. And then we call hop up on the rail English. It hops up, goes along the rail, goes like this. Boom. Now, if it does that, everybody's going to pass out that's watching this, okay? So I don't expect that to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this ball in the side pocket and make it easy. So here we go.
Share the stream
so
for us, guys.
Balls, and they're all going to go in the side pocket. So watch this shot. Oh, you probably want to know how many times I've shot this, right? Right?
Sure.
You all want to know how many times I've shot this? I've shot this 5 times a day on the average for 38 years. That's over 34,673 times. And I've made it at least twice. So this is an amazing shot, okay? So here we go. All the balls, side pocket. Get ready, everybody. Awesome shot. Look at this. All the balls went in, and this was the hard one. This ball went into the side pocket. Into the side pocket, okay? Side pocket, that's my best joke, okay? Side pocket's my best joke. Okay, good. Now, let's move on. Let's get into harder stuff. All right, here we go. I want to do a series of jumps now. Series of jumps, and then we're going to do a little teaching here.
A wealth of knowledge, guys.
Yeah.
Help us out. Share the stream.
He's a
So
world
we're going to
trick
line
shot
up a series
champion.
of balls
He
like
is
this.
an absolute champion of champions.
Just keep lining them up.
260 right now, and it's grown. 216, it's grown. Yep.
And I'm going to teach a little bit about jumping. A lot of players, they don't know how to jump, so I'm going to explain how to jump. So we'll start with this. Now, what I'm going to do is to explain the jump technique.
Share the stream for us.
A dollar, any kind of a coin. You put a coin on the table, and you shoot this into that coin easy like this, it's not going to jump. But accelerate your cue stick with an acceleration. The cue stick, watch what happens. You see how it goes over the coin. So if this is here, accelerate, this goes over the coin. Now, the principle of jump is simple. What you must do is you must hit the cue ball with a rapid rate of acceleration. And if you want to make it really interesting, you can lay this down like this. Okay. We'll lay the cue down like this. And this is a way of jumping balls. You'll get the full effect of this. So we elevate our cue, we snap like this.
Wow.
Great way to jump. Now, that's the basic concept of jumping, but sometimes players want to go higher, and you have game situations that come up. So let me show you a couple of game situations. Let's assume you're playing, and somebody asked you one time, and they want to learn how to jump. They want to know what English you put on the jump shot. Well, technically, the English doesn't make it jump. We need to clarify that. Let me make sure we understand that. If I put a ball like this, and I want the cue ball to follow, everybody knows watching that you hit it above center, right? So if I hit this above center, the ball is going to follow the object ball. So if I hit this ball
For anybody new, if you
above
could
center,
share the stream, we'd appreciate
it should follow the 14. Let's see. See it follow the 14. And if I hit the cue ball, and I want to make it draw like this, now it'll draw. You hit it low, like this. So if I hit this ball low, it should still jump. So let's do it now. So I'm going to hit it low this time. Let's see what happens. Let's do it one more time. A little bit more acceleration on it, a little bit lower. And when you hit it low like that, the ball should come back, just like this. Just go low like this, and the ball comes back.
Everybody.
So in other words, the position of the cue stick here, above center, follow, below center, draw. But the reason this jumps is because it's being trapped between the tip and that cue. In other words, that's being trapped between the tip and the cloth. So when you come down, if you accelerate, this actually squirts out like that. It comes up the tip. Now, here's another situation. If I take two balls like this, And let's assume that I got a ball on this side. I can actually jump that ball. So it's like this, like this. And if I have this situation, let's say you're playing Scotch doubles in a tournament, and both players throw their cues on the table. You should quit and play some other team, because that's unsportsmanlike cue stick throwing. But let's assume you have to shoot it. So I'm going to show you how to shoot this. So this is going to go down, and then that should do something. Where's that going to go? Once that goes down, where's that going to go next? Up. Then where's it going to go? Because of, why is it going down? Gravity. Very good. Then when this goes down, this goes up. Then where does that go? It goes in. Okay, good. I want to make sure we got that, okay? It goes down and in, which is down in. Yeah. If it goes down, doesn't go in, it's just down. But if it goes down, down in.
This is a full
okay, so it's like this, like this. See how easy? This is a simple concept. I'm going to start with some simple concepts, and we're going to get it hard by the end of this thing. So that's a basic. Now we're going to use these two cues. These two cues have been around for a long time.
Have they been around as long as you?
No, not quite as long as me. I've been around for 5 years. They've been around 6. Okay, so we're going to go like this, and we're going to put the ball.
If you guys can share
here.
the stream, please, guys. Let's get this
And
out to everybody.
I'm going to explain a concept that we used to do on ESPN years ago. I used to love competing competitions, and in the competitions we had all kinds of unique shots. For an example, one of the original jump shots we had was this. Very simple concept. And all you had to do was jump this ball over those balls. Now, with a short cue, it's lighter. And when you get a lighter cue, you can move it faster, and it will accelerate and make this come up faster. So this is like a Piper Cub. Your regular cue is like a 747. So you can move this faster, and it gets up quicker. So if you go like this and put this under your shoulder, or over your shoulder, under your ear, over your shoulder, under your ear, like that, you'll get a sore shoulder and a sore ear, okay? And you just go like this and go like this. See how easy? Now, the first year I did that, it became too easy, so the promoter says you're not going to do that anymore. You're going to use an air bridge like this. Instead of this, this. It goes like this.
70.
Now, if you want to make it, you got to make it up here. It's a lot harder shot. Much more difficult shot to make it up here. If you want to make it down there, you got to use a 1 ball because it's smaller than a 2 ball. So watch what happens this time. See the difference? It goes over there. That's even harder. So I've showed you 2 shots that are difficult. The first one's here, 2 rails, and that one's a double rail over to the corner, and I don't have anything harder than that, okay? So if you want to see it go in, we'll just use the 7, because the 7 never does anything except go in that pocket. It's kind of a boring ball, you know? let me show you how boring it is. See how boring? It's boring. Now hang on a second. That's a bad ball. So you go over here like this. Oh, I'm going to make it. Let me chalk up. Okay, I got it. By the way, in case you're watching this, there's probably millions of people watching. You wanted to put some chalk here for refills in case you run out of chalk. So here we go. Now watch. That's it. Now the next one. This is dangerous. I'm going to throw the cue stick at the ball and hope I hit it and hope it goes over the balls. Don't do this on your own table. I got it. Like this. Now we're going to make it tougher. I'm not a left-handed pool player. I'm a right-handed pool player. But this time I'm going to take my cue and I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to throw it at it and I'm going to make it jump. Okay? Now this is not easy. So I don't want you to think this is easy, okay? A lot of people think this is easy. So at home, if you're watching this, it is not easy, all right? So here we go. Oh, excuse me. If you're at home, this is not easy, okay? I want to make sure they see that. So here we go. Just kidding. Now let's go to the next trick, okay? Now I guarantee you,
share the stream,
right
guys.
Now.
Please share away.
I can see the comments coming in. That guy's not funny. That's what they're saying right now. He's not funny, and they're right because nobody laughs at my jokes anymore. So if you didn't think that was funny, just think about the joke for a second, okay? All right, I'll do it because I know you want to see it. Hello, how you doing? How are you? Hi, how are you? Good. How you doing? Good to have you here. Okay. Watch this. I got it. Watch this.
Left-handed, one-handed.
Boom.
Oh,
nice.
This is tough. This is tough. Okay. Okay. Now, next situation.
Definitely makes pool look easy, guys. I know we keep asking.
Here we go.
Keep sharing away, please.
Get ready for this one.
New, share away, guys. Share it all.
Get ready for this one. Here it comes. Boom. We got it. Watch this one now.
This guy is world renowned.
I got it.
Let's see if we can hit 1,000 viewers on here, guys.
Now, I don't ever do this shot in public, so I'm going to do it for the first
1,000.
time here in public. Yeah, I'm a little bashful in public, so I'm going to do this shot now. This is a pretty cool shot.
He is an absolute legend.
Can you all see this? Can everybody see this good?
World Trick Shot Show champion.
I'm going to make these balls in there, and those balls in there, and that ball in there. Now, just so everybody's clear, these are all solid, okay? They're also all striped. That's a big, small stripe, that's a big stripe. You can see the main thing there, right? So no matter what you shoot, you can take solids or stripes, and you can shoot either one, and you'll still feel good. So here we go. You better check the rule book. Okay, here we go. So watch this now. Awesome.
700.
One of my
Let's hit
favorite all-time
1,000,
shots.
guys. Share away.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Boom. Like that, okay?
Nice.
Thank you. Now, that's enough of that easy stuff. Let's do something harder, okay? Now, we're going to get into something a little more complicated. When I was growing up, there were some shots that became famous. And I'm going to show you a situation
Share
that
away,
can come up in
guys.
the
Please
game.
keep sharing away.
And I want to know what you would do with this, okay? You have an 8 ball here.
He's been
you have
doing
2
an hour
balls
show
here.
for us, guys. We just started. Got about another 45
And you have the
minutes
cue
left.
ball trap like this. All right. Now, it might be a little bit hard to see that. But you got to make this 8 ball in this shot. And I'm not sure if anybody's ever had this come up. Has anybody ever had this in a game? Yes, you've had it in a game. Thank you. So you get this shot and the cue ball's trapped. And you got 2 choices. You can quit and go home because this is an impossible shot. Or you can say it's your favorite shot. This happens to be, by the way, every shot's my favorite shot. You all know that, right? I haven't missed the ball in 30 years. And I haven't lost a game in 30 years. Do you know how that's possible? I'll explain it. The reason I haven't missed a ball in 30 years is because every time I shoot a shot, if the ball is struck and it doesn't go in and it goes across the table and it lands right there, that's a new shot. If I'm playing and the cue ball on a break, if the cue ball flies off the table on the break and lands there, it lands there, or it lands there, that's a new shot. I don't feel bad about that because my brain sees a shot that nobody can duplicate. There isn't anybody in the world that can make that land in the same place. So therefore, this is a professional shot. So don't be picking it up. Leave the ball along on the floor. Why do we pick up the cue ball? Leave it there and look at it for a while. That's an awesome shot. But no, so I have never missed. See, I don't even knock the ball. It's awesome. So let's just get. I think you got that. I don't want to explain. It's awful deep. Okay, now. Here we go. This is your shot.
Well, let's get
Come
her up
down
there,
here,
guys. Let's get over 1,000.
Yeah, we're at 50
Put out
away.
the white
Keep sharing.
flag.
Everybody new, please share away.
Put that
If
there.
you're new, share
Get
away,
ready,
guys.
everybody.
Share to all your pool groups. Invite your friends
Get
and
ready for
families.
this one.
Let's watch the show.
Get ready.
We'll be
Have you
on
ever seen
again
this
tomorrow
shot?
with them.
Have you ever seen this shot? Get ready, okay?
Make sure you like our Facebook
Have
page.
you ever seen this shot? Okay, good. Now watch this. I'm going to make that 8 ball, and I don't like that position of that cue ball. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to get rid of these, okay? And I'm going to pull out this cue ball, which is a coin. Now, by the way, in the artistic pool world of the trick shots, we have shots. We have over 2,000 shots, and this is one of the classics. This goes back 150 years ago. One of the premier shots of all time. On this shot, we're going to shoot this silver dollar around to the 8 ball.
Yep, keep sharing, guys.
Have you ever seen it, sir?
If you're
We're
new to
gonna-
our Facebook
we're gonna make that
page,
shot.
make
Watch
sure
this
you
here.
click the
It's a
like and
tip of
follow
left
button so you
English.
get notified when we come back with
Watch
Dr.
this
Q
shot.
tomorrow. We'll be live with the match again all day tomorrow.
Boom.
Nice shot.
See there? Now, that's a basic concept, right? Now, sometimes you won't make that. You'll get shortchanged. All right, now let's move on. The next situation. I'm going to tell you the jokes are getting a lot better. Now, sometimes you'll have this happen. You know how we used to practice? I used to love practice.
Sorry.
Somebody told me this years ago how to practice. They would take a stripe. They'd put a stripe on a table like this. And they used to shoot the stripe between the chalks and make it come back between the chalks. You know how hard that is? That's tough. So if you can't do that, then you want to start with these a little bit wider to start with, okay? Put them out there a ways. This is how we practice, okay? This is preschool. If you can't do that, take it off the table. That's like before preschool. Now you bring it here, and then you bring it up to grade school, high school, and university level. University level. Boom. Boom. You know how to do that, right? It's easy. You hit it so fast that you get what's called the shrinkomatic object ball. The ball shrinks. The molecular structure goes so fast, the molecules go, whoop. It's awesome. What?
Share away for us, guys. Make sure you like our Facebook page.
Put the coin up there.
We're broadcasting to YouTube as well. Q Sports Live on both.
And by the way, those who are watching right now on the stream, tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Yes.
And what zone are we in here?
Eastern.
Eastern. At 3 o'clock Eastern, at the Sheridan on the Falls, write it down. I'll give you time. Get a pencil and paper. Write it down. 3 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to do another 1-hour presentation of different stuff. So tell your friends,
tomorrow.
Tell the Penguins in Antarctica, tell everybody, okay? So here we go.
You've got 1,300 people watching you right now.
Good. You just tell all 1,300 to make it 1301. Thanks for watching, everybody. Here we go. Just in case y'all don't know, they're streaming this around the globe, okay? And by the way, the globe is round. Don't forget that. By the way, do y'all know how difficult pool is? Let me explain this. A cue ball's round. An object ball's round. You hit a round tip into a round cue ball, into a round object ball, in the back of a round pocket, on the edge of a round slate, and the globe is spinning on its axis at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator.
And then click like.
How difficult is that? Not only that,
3 words.
the globe is spinning around the sun while it's spinning this way.
Absolutely.
It is going around the sun at 65,000
Share
miles
away,
an hour.
please, guys.
Think about that. We should be getting dizzy and flying into space.
Let's get this out so everybody can watch.
But there's this thing called gravity that keeps us here. I mean, we should be getting totally dizzy.
Take a screenshot of that.
And not only that, the Earth is tilted on its axis like this, 33 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean Celsius. We're in Canada. Celsius. Now, I have a problem with that because technically we should all be standing like this to offset the 23 degrees the other way. But no, you're all standing straight off the Earth. Look at it. Straight as an arrow. You're actually tilted. This is actually what you look like. But nobody knows that. I don't know if you're, listen, next time you're playing pool, think about how they level those tables on an Earth that's tilted on its axis. You know how they level the tables? They angle them 23 degrees the other direction. It works perfect. Well, maybe not. Okay, here we go. Watch this. Watch this. Pay attention, everybody. This is awesome. That's not it. Watch this. Just watch this shot. I can feel it. Watch this shot. There. See it go through there?
Nice.
Let's go to the link. No, not too much, please. Now,
Skippy and
let's
everybody
go to the
else,
link
if
for
we
the
can
table.
have positive comments, please.
The link to the table, everybody,
you will
thank you.
get deleted and banned.
Get ready. Here we go. The link to the table, no more than 3 tries. Are you ready? Number 1. Number 2. Number 2. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was close. That was that close. Number 3. After number 3, we'll do it the old way. Watch this. Number 4.
Kevin, thanks for tuning in, bud.
Without hitting the chalks this time. Watch this. Hours of practice. Without hitting the chalks. Hours of practice. Perfect. I'm a professional. Now, let's move into something harder. That's way too easy yet. One of the things I'm going to show you now is a little bit about systems. I'm going to do some more shots later, but I want to show you how to calculate a couple of basic kick shots because you're all going to be playing. A lot of people watching this on stream are pool players, right? You all pool players? Raise your hand if you're pool players. Yeah, they all raise their hands. So what we're going to do is, we had 1,300 hands going up. Actually, we had 2,600 because they raised both hands, okay? So here we go. We're going to show you a couple of situations that are dynamic, and this is going to help you in your pool game now. All right, let me start out with this.
It's loud for you guys. Just turn
If
down
an 8 ball's here, and a cue ball's here, there is a very easy shot to make this.
It's a big room around here too, guys.
Like this. From that end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hit the cue ball on the left side, one tip left. The cue ball will do this. Watch the cue ball. See? Now, if this ball is over here, this goes to the corner, and that's one diamond over. So therefore,
back out and
you go
refresh,
one diamond
guys,
down
if your picture
and hit
stops.
the same way. Watch this. You'll hit it again. You'll always hit the ball. You're not going to get ball in hand, see? And let's assume there's something else comes up. This time, let's the ball sitting in this corner. These are some very basic systems. A lot of players struggle with kick shots. For an example, if I have this, and if you want to test your English, a lot of players don't know what one tip of English is by definition, so I'm not going to define it that way. I'm going to say this is running English. You've heard the term running English? Running English means that the ball runs like this into the rail, and it runs around the table like this, and it runs like that. See the ball running? Can you see it running? And it runs to my right. And if you shoot from this way, it runs to my left. So now the problem is I don't know what English to put on this. So I'm going to show you a way to this.
Share the stream.
If you take this diamond right here, is here. From here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you go here in half diamonds because the table's twice as long as it is wide. And you start with one pocket over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And connect these 2 points. And put the cue ball on that line. If you hit the cue ball on that line with right English on the cue ball, the ball should go down here like this to the corner pocket, like this. This is how you know if you're hitting the ball right. Now let's put it here.
And guys, Ryan and I aren't going to be talking much. We're letting Dr. Q run the show
This
here.
this is one diamond away. So this is 1, this is 0, that's 1. That's if the 8's here, but the 8 ball's up a diamond, so we're going to go like this. Wherever this is, it's 0. 0, 1, 2, 3. In line with the diamonds. 1, 2, 3, and connect. And parallel shift, go back, step in. Listen, everybody needs to learn this. When you're playing in this game, is this a good place so they can see this real good?
Oh, yeah.
All right, when you're in the game, it's critical to take your cue like a plumb bob, like this. You put the cue stick under your shoulder like this. So if your cue stick is under your shoulder like a plumb bob, and you start there, when you pull this back, it goes straight. But if you start with your cue stick out to the side or too close, like this, when you pull it back, it goes crooked. That's why people miss shots, because they don't step back and put the cue under the shoulder to start with. So in this shot, if I go like this, 0, 1, 2, 3, and I go 1, 2, 3 and line up and go back and I step back, I start here with my cue under my shoulder. Then when I step into the shot, I have a straight alignment to the shot. So I go like this and hit the cue ball on the right side like that, and the ball comes like this, it goes over like that.
Thanks, Oscar.
See?
Nice shot.
Easy. Wow. It's easy. Now, let's make it a little more complicated. Let's say the ball's here. Imagine if you were in a game and you had this.
Just a touchdown.
This is 0, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to 5. Parallel shift. Step back. Cue under the shoulder. Step into your shot. Hit the cue ball with a smooth stroke like this. Ball comes like this. It goes over there. You're always going to hit the ball. If the ball's here, this is 0. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Connect. Move parallel. Step back. Cue stick under the shoulder. Step into your shot. Smooth stroke. Hit the ball like this. Ball. You're always going to hit the ball. You're not going to get ball in hand, and that's the key to winning more games if you don't get ball in hand. Another situation, the ball's here. Look at this one. The opponent's got you trapped like this. It's really simple to do. Everybody's got to just be able to count numbers. This is 0 right in here. I want to hit right in here. So I come straight across. This is 0. 1, 2, 3. We go to 3, 1, 2, 3. Now some people are asking, I'm sure, Why is he not? Why is he counting like up there? Because if you go the length of the table, there's 9 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you go this way, to make 9, you got to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I made this into a square. That's why this works. It's based upon many years ago. So I connect these 2 points. I move parallel. I step into the shot and hit the cue ball on the right side with a smooth stroke like that. Awesome. Now,
please share the stream here, guys. If you can click that share button at the bottom of your screen for us.
Viewers win more games here. The key is you don't want to hand this ball to your opponent. I don't mind on the floor, but don't hand it to your opponent, okay? All right, next. Now we're going to move on to one more thing that's really fun before we go back to some tricks. A guy showed me this years ago. It's an awesome, awesome shot. If I put the 8 ball here, and I think this is going to be a little, I think they'll pick this up. So if I put this here, and I shoot this cue ball out of this corner at the 3rd diamond from the end with left spin, right English, the cue ball should go back to the corner. Let's see if it goes back to the corner. Okay, it goes back to the corner. See how that works? That's called your 50-30. Cue ball's 50 in this corner. That's the 3rd diamond of 30, and that's 20 over there. So I take this 20 and subtract that 50, and I get 30. Now, let's take the cue ball. If you don't like numbers, watch this. Put the cue ball down the table, anywhere. Take this line. This is called spot on the wall theory. It's a fast way in your middle of a game. We take this line from here to 30. We go off the table. Now, I'm going to probably leave the viewing area here for a second. I'll put this chair, I'm going to move this chair back this way a little. Oh, I'm sorry, Ted. I'm going to move this chair a little bit. I have to show something here, okay? So if you go like this, and you take this line off the table, and you go 7 to 10 feet, on this chair over here, it connects with that point on the chair right there.
Hey guys,
now you can also pay somebody $50 to sit in a chair and aim at their nose, okay?
Well.
Thank you, Mike.
If you guys can share away for us, that'd be great.
At that spot. That's called spot on the wall theory. I'm going to aim at the chair. Right here, watch what happens. Now we're going to leave it right here and watch. I'm going to aim at the chair yet, from over here. I'm aiming at the chair. Awesome. Right at the same spot. It's amazing. This can be anywhere on the table. So it's an amazing thing to learn a few simple systems. I've showed a few simple systems here. And I've got more, but we've only got a limited amount of time. So I'm going to show you now a couple of things that people really like to see, like Masse shots. I know they love Masse shots on these tables. I know people
share away, guys.
Love it when you raise your cue straight up in the air. Now listen, if you're watching this, don't do the following shots, okay? Go to somebody else's table. Don't do it on your own table, okay? So here we go. We're going to do a couple nice shots now. We're going to start out with something kind of basic.
Follow along for all our streams. Just give our Facebook page a like, Q Sports Live. We're on YouTube as well, broadcasting right now.
Okay. We're going to start out with a simple shot. Now, I assume Ted Harms is here, and Ted's instrumental promoter for this tournament. So, Ted, I'm going to ask you a question off camera. We're actually off camera. I'm on camera, you're off camera, okay? If I shoot the 8 in the corner, and I scratch on the 8, when I make the 8, do I lose? You do. And you're on the board. And you say no.
Ted's the president.
If I shoot this 8 in the corner, and the cue ball scratches on the 8 when I make it, I lose, right? Right.
And we have Mike Waslow here. He's the head ref.
In my rule book, that doesn't happen. Yeah. In my rule book, it's different. Because this is a supersonic trick shot. I'm going to hit the cue ball down the table, make it in that pocket, the 8. I'll explain it so you can see it. They're going to go down the table. This is going to pick up speed and go around it. And it's going to go in first and go in like that. And if you can do that, you get a victory. Because it's that hard to do, okay? Now that's in my rule book on page 7. Get ready, everybody. Watch the cue ball. Scratch in the off. Calling this. By the way, the name of this shot is scratching with style. Or I call it the Seabiscuit shot. If you saw the movie Seabiscuit, this is Seabiscuit, this is War Admiral. Seabiscuit passes War Admiral. So here we go, watch it. Awesome shot. Isn't that a great shot? That's a tough shot. Now, you're probably all wondering if I do anything harder than that, and the answer is no. So we'll move on to the next shot. I have some harder shots. The next shot is cool.
And guys, if you can help us
I need to loosen up my arm, so I'm going to use this to loosen up with.
Let's get,
now, I'm sure a lot of viewers have never seen this cue stick. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to use this special cue.
It look easy, guys. This is a world-renowned.
This cue stick is one of the greatest cues ever invented.
And teacher.
And this cue is basically, you can kind of see this here, right? They can see this here?
Yeah.
Okay. This cue is called the power cue. It's got a mouse button, Minnie Mouse, Mighty Mouse, Spinach, power injected. It's got 2 DC batteries in the back end. It's got 20 speed settings. It's got the supersonic hyper injection Hemi built into it. So we take the cue and we simply engage the stick like this. We engage the stick. We line up and we squeeze the trigger like that. Now, if you squeeze the trigger like this on the cue, point the cue and put your finger and squeeze the trigger. It's easy. And if you want to bank, you reboot the program, bank shot like this. That should go over there, that should hit that ball. This should stop here, and those 2 balls should stop there. Very difficult. Now, by the way, no, this is difficult. I used to stop the 9 here and the 10 here. This is much more difficult stopping them that way, okay? Everybody understand that? Okay. Now, if you don't want to see that, then I'll do a different. Listen, I know you're all pool players. And you want to see it go in. So for those that are wanting to see it, I'll make
guys.
Time,
this
okay?
guy's awesome.
This is for the pool players here, okay? Like this. There. Is everybody happy now?
There it is.
There you go.
Hang on. All right, one more. This is 4 rails in the corner. Watch this one. 4 rails. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much in. Next shot over here like this, okay? By the way, those that were watching on that back at home, that was pretty much in, okay? However, there's probably some people watching who don't believe that was going in.
They're actually asking if that comes with a Revo shaft.
Yeah.
Well, for a small $10,000 donation, I would imagine we could figure that out. Okay?
Well, there you go. There's your answer, guys.
Yeah. So those that don't believe that was going in, I'll let it go this time, okay?
Out and come back in.
Yeah,
I'll let it go this time. Here, we'll let it go. See, now watch this. See there? Right on the pocket. Perfect. Okay, good. Now, I got it. Freestyle. Awesome. I got more. Here. Look at this
guys,
cue.
if it's laggy, you're back, just
stick.
reload the Facebook. It'll come back on.
Look at that one. The pencil stick. Real eraser, number 2 lead pencil. Why do we have this cue? You're probably asking, why do we have this cue? Now, how do I know you're asking that? Because years ago, and you won't see me now, I used to sit in a chair watching a show, and I used to say, why do you have that cue? That's why I know why you're asking, okay? Because I was there, Ted. I used to ask the same questions. And so I thought I'd go up here and tell you what you're asking, okay? So we're going to go like this, and we're going to show you how to use this pencil stick. Now, this is, by the way, is a real eraser. That's not an average. That's a real eraser, and that's a number 2 lead, and this is a pencil stick on Miracle Grow. That's what that is. Okay, so here we go.
Click the like and follow button.
So we go like this, and I'm going to show you how to draw. Now, the draw stroke is not as hard as it should be. Most players make it a lot harder. If you take your cue stick and you pull it back real slow and you kind of cock a little bit and you accelerate, it draws.
Shut out, Chapo.
You got to go low, right? You know this, don't you, sir? Do you know this? You know this. I can explain it backwards. I'll explain it backwards for you, okay?
Share away for us, guys.
If you pull your cue back slow and cock your wrist, that's what it does. I just explained that backwards, okay? This is tough. I mean, this is really tough. I've never had to do this before. So watch this. Just pull it back slow and accelerate. See? That's called a skip. Now, some players say, well, I do that all the time. I know, because you're not focused. You got to be focused. Let me get focused, okay? I will focus myself this time. See, the focus is planted into the brain. And when you come like this, watch what happens. See? You have to focus. You have to beat the ball. Now, here's another way to make it. Now, this one's awesome. Watch this. By the way, I don't always do things according to the book, so I'm going to show you 7 or 8 ways to shoot that you're going to think it's illegal. It's just your perception, okay? So here we go. Like this. Watch it. Both balls. Did y'all see that? I used the bottom of my stick. And by the way,
guys.
if you're one of those players that
that
doesn't want to walk around, this is called side stick English, okay? If you're a comedian, this is called slapstick English.
Jeff, this is out of
this is
broadcasting out of the Sheraton Hotel.
Bank stick English, okay?
Niagara Falls.
And when I was up, I'm going to teach everybody on the tube here, everybody on TV, I'm going to teach you 5 shots, all easy. These are the shots I grew up with. These are all the shots that Moscone, y'all heard of Willie Moscone and Irving Crane and Luther Last over in Irving Crane over in Rochester. He did all these shots. These were the shots all the pros did for years. Completely illegal, but they did it to entertain the audience. They would do 1-ball push like this. They would do a 2-ball push like this. They would do a 3-ball push like this. See there? And they would get position on the ball. They would do a 4-ball push like this. They would make the 8-ball like this. Awesome. Completely illegal. They would do this one. Play the 9. And then this is the way I added something. You would like this. It's awesome. Okay, everybody understand that? Good. All right, now let's move on. A couple of other difficult shots here before we wind down. We're going to show you something kind of neat. Now I'm going to try a couple of vertical Masse shots. Then we're going to do wing shots. Everybody likes the wing shots.
Make sure you go onto our Facebook page.
Hey, Jack,
remember, tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we're going to do this all over again, but we're going to do some new stuff. So I've got a lot of stuff to show you. This is tonight's kind of an appetizer. So
bye, Tony or Troy.
So we're going to show you some vertical Masses.
That was Brian.
Now, by the way, this cue is a shorter cue. It's got a flat tip, so when you come down like this,
Brian's a big follower. We got unblocked.
It doesn't tear the table because it's flat. So if you've got a cue stick and you're wanting to do Masse shots, first of all, get permission to do them. But you need to have a cue something like this. It's a special cue we use in competition. It is a special, just like a jump cue. It's called a designated cue for Masse. So what it is, it's a flat tip, about medium hard. It's got a fairly stiff shaft on it. It's about 54 inches instead of the standard 57 or 58. And it's heavier. It weighs about 21 or 22 ounces. Now, the key to this cue is to make these curved shots easy. For an example, I'll do a couple of them like this first. We'll start with something easy. These are some very basic, easy shots. And I might as well teach you how to do this, too, because I know that everybody wants to try this anyway. If you aim a ball out like this, and you go another half a ball, that's your aiming point. So, for an example, if I put my cue there, and I stand with my body parallel to the cue stick, and then I pretend I'm rowing a boat, like this. I bring my cue up on this line, so it's parallel to the body, to the aim point. We come up. Then we go like this. See? Now, if the ball's here, we have to aim here, parallel, like this. If the ball's here, we go this way. If the ball's here, we go this way. If we go here. Now, everybody should be laughing right now, okay? One of those emojis, which is laughing, okay? That's what you need. So now let's make it more difficult.
If you guys like what you're seeing, click that thumbs up button, share the stream.
If I use this camera along this route, or can I do it along that route? Will it pick up it both ways?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go over here so everybody can see it in the room. This is an amazing shot, everybody. We got the 8-ball here. And these balls, and this shot became famous in 2003, so it's been 15 years ago. Mike Masse made this shot famous. And he happened to do it against me in a competition. And I realized that he made it, so I thought, well, it's possible. And then I made it. If I would have thought it was impossible, I probably would have never made it. It's a really, really strong shot. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 52. Think about that. Go ahead. Wait, think about it. Good. Now, you got to think about it, see? So here it is. Get ready. Now, I'm going to make an assumption with the viewers, okay? I would assume that the viewers are into music. Is there anybody that can chime in and say, I'm into music?
Anybody out there into music you want to comment?
Would anybody like to say I'm into music? Anybody from anywhere in the world, go ahead and say it.
Where are y'all from watching? Quick, you like
You're
music?
into music. Thank you. One person here is into music. So I will explain this in music language. On a piano, we have sharps, D, and we have flats, D. So we have dis and we have does. So piano would be D, 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 D. The scale on a piano. So I'm going to do this according to music on a piano scale. I will explain exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
This will hit this ball and go D, D. Got it? Now, you can't really hear that because it's too fast. So D, D, D in the left brain converts to in the right brain as vieux. So D, D, D is vieux because you can't hear it. It's too fast. So we go vieux, and then we go da 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 da. Done. Got it? I'll wait. Write it down.
Where's everybody watching from out there,
now,
guys?
Some of you might have forgot what the title was, so I'll explain the title again. Vieux, get her done. And if you need cable, my name's Larry. Are you ready? Now that was funny. Here we go. I got it. Watch it, everybody. Awesome shot. Now, if you've been waiting, to bust loose with a wild round of applause, this will be the time to do it after this shot, okay? So don't hold back now. Sir, you're in charge of the you're in charge of it, okay? And if y'all at home, if you've been waiting to bust loose with a wild round of applause, you just call your neighbor and tell him to get with the program, okay? Here we go. They're going to think I'm a nut when I'm done, you know? Watch this. Boom, look at that shot.
Nice shots.
Okay. Let me try one more. One more quick one.
I missed the get her done.
The get her done?
I missed the get
it
her
was
done.
fast. You had to be there. All right, one more quick one, everybody. I'll just try this a couple times. I don't know what's going to happen.
So, guys,
this is a shot
if you're new
love this shot.
Cue
It's called the
Sports
Rocket
Live, you can follow us
One
on
of the
Facebook.
premier shots there
Click
is.
the like button.
Come in. Thank you.
We stream all the time.
Now,
we'll have Dr. Q back here tomorrow as well.
Get ready. Now, y'all remember years ago when they had the space launches in Cape Kennedy? They had these ships that took off, and the ship was like this, and then there was something that was alongside the ship, and every time this took off, this thing went like that and fell on the ground. Does anybody know what that thing was called that fell on the ground? Anybody know what that was called? I'll give you time. Google it. Somebody Google it. What's this called? Do you all know what it is? The gantry. Who said gantry? Ted Arms.
President of the CCS. He wins.
Now, by the way, thank you, Ted. I'm glad we practiced that, okay? Now, Ted, this is a gantry. In the gantry, they had steps. You could get into the capsule. They had oxygen lines and stuff like that. And as soon as the rocket ship 10, 9, 8 down to 1, the gantry had to get out of the way so the rocket ship could take off. So I'm going to explain how this gantry works. So this is the gantry. When I shoot down, the gantry is going to fall off. The rocket ship is going to take off this way. And when it gets here, it's going to drop stage 1 and it's going to accelerate. Then it's going to get here and drop stage 2 and it's going to go into orbit. And the 8's going to go to moon and the 9's going to go over to Mars because everybody's curious. Now, if you don't know that joke, that's a funny joke. Because Mars had this curiosity thing that went to Mars, right? You know this, Mike. Mike could explain it. So, and that's why everybody was curious when the 9-ball went into the pocket,
if
okay?
your screen freezes, just back out and come back in again.
Reload
Nobody
it.
has any idea what I'm talking about right now, okay? I got it. It's all
We're
right.
following along. So is Tom with all the
this?
comments. You got any questions for him?
How do you like it?
Look at that. It's nice.
Wow. It's amazing. So anyway, you get the, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you here. Here, say hi to your friends back home. Go ahead, say hi to them. Where are you from?
I'm from Ottawa.
Ottawa. He's from Ottawa. Say hi to Ottawa. Thank you. You go have a nice, thank you, buddy. Go tell her I have a nice seat now. Okay, thank you. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Now, one more thing. One more thing. I want to show you how to play internationally because I know right now there's players all over the world looking at this. So I'm going to show you a little medley of how to play in China or Japan. So does anybody here watch China or Japan?
Anybody from China or Japan?
They're going to appreciate this really big time. This is called, from Jimmy Carr's, called chopsticks. 2 cues, chopsticks. We take control of the cue ball, and we walk into position. And shots are straight in. And instant draw on the cue ball every time. Cut shots are never a problem. You don't need a bridge. Over the obstruction, shoot this way, cue ball comes back.
Guys,
get a running start and bank the last ball like this.
I will block you.
And when you
This
get
is all
done,
for
this is
free.
what
He's
you
putting
do.
on a good show.
This is absolute entertainment by
That's called gravity.
world-renowned trick shot artist.
If you don't like it, you don't have to watch.
I
Please
got
stay
it.
positive, guys.
Watch this. Now, I'm not sure how to stop this, but I know if you get over the pocket, it'll go right in the pocket like that. Awesome. Now, couple final things here. One of my favorite shots comes up all the time in tournaments. Maybe you've had this happen. One of the greatest shots in the history of pool. Imagine the following happens. Just imagine this. You're in a world championship, and you're playing, and in this tournament game, your opponent has left you a tough shot, like that. And you got the 6, and they got the 13, and they haven't won for 3 years. And they're ready to quit. So you got to help them out. You want to help your opponent. You want to go up to your opponent. Very important etiquette in the game. Without your opponent, you wouldn't have a game. Therefore, every time you go to the table to play, shake hands with your opponent and say, thank you for being here to play against me, because if you weren't here, I'd have to go home early. So you want to always be complimentary to your opponent. You want to encourage them to win, because whoever plays the game is winning just by being there. Never forget that now. That's called good common etiquette in pool. Now, here we go. You want to help your opponent out, so you take your cue and swirl your stick like this 3 times. 3 times. Swirl your stick like this. Watch this. What in the world? Do you believe that? What happened? Look at that. I can't believe it. What is wrong with those balls? What? You know what? I'll tell you what, that's super glue. You got to watch it. You stick it in your case and it comes apart sometimes. I mean, can you imagine being in a game and that happens right there? Can you imagine? Your opponent's going to pass out. Now, by the way, not only that, have you ever been in a game and you couldn't beat somebody? And there's the thing about etiquette, but here's what I do. If I'm really having a hard time, I may walk into the match like this. Now, I play all over the world. So I may decide to play in New York. Thank you. Yes, Statue of Liberty. I may go to Italy.
This is Dr. Cue.
That would be
Tom
the
Rossman.
Tom Rossman is his name.
And then the tough part.
He is a world-renowned trick
practice.
shot artist.
Yeah, world champion,
World
trick
champion.
champion, trick shot artist.
Can you imagine if somebody walked up now and they didn't see me do that? They would think, how's he do it? I don't know. One more. Ever play in Argentina? Watch this. They used to play these beautiful safeties in pool.
You have
Argentina safety. Awesome. Argentina safety.
What the?
Can you imagine? You know, I got a feeling they're probably
Wesley,
having a
I'll
party
see if
at
I can
home
get,
right now.
Yeah,
your
thinking,
question asked here.
What's wrong with that guy?
I get a chance.
Okay. I got it.
You have a question here too.
What do we got? We got a question.
Yeah.
Oh, I love questions.
Yeah,
Give me the question. We have a question. Excuse me.
Right here.
Question. On Masse shots, is chalk necessary or important? I feel like I over chalk and it slips instead of spinning a cue ball. Well, okay, the question is about chalk on a Masse. You must use chalk on a Masse shot. It's very important to grip the cue ball. Now, what happens sometimes is people will use chalk that doesn't have a good grit to it. The old standard master chalk works perfect for Masse shots. if you have a chalk that doesn't have a really nice grit to it, like some unknown chalks, it may be causing the tip to slide off the cue ball. So if you get a good master chalk and your tip is, like what I do is I have my tip and it's pretty slick. But what I do is I always take this. I always take this. It's basically a tip tapper or just tip pick. I take this thing with all these Victrola needles and I put little holes in the top of the leather. Now what happens is when you put those holes in top of the leather and you put the chalk on it, they get in the holes of the leather and it grips the cue ball. So chances are for the person who is, they're not over chalking. What they're doing is over chalking doesn't hurt. It's when they don't have the right kind of chalk or the tip isn't maintained properly. So any chalk, preferably master or one of those top gritty chalks, but not a slick tip. Keep it maintained properly. That'll help, okay? All right. Now,
there you go. Good advice,
especially
guys.
on this shot, you've got to chalk up on this. Because this is rare. So I'm going to make it so, yeah, if you get this, how many have had this in the game? Anybody? Nobody? You need to all play a little bit more. One day you may get this and glad you were sitting here right now. You'll say, boy, I'm glad I came because I didn't know this shot. So you must chalk up to make sure you get chalk, see? Put a little bit on the back of your stick because that's for refill. So if you get in there and you go, bzz, it goes right to the tip. All right, here we go. Watch this. Bank shot, watch this. That's not it. We'll do this no more than 3 tries. By the way, have you ever been to a movie and they do these outtakes in a movie? Where do they show the outtakes? At the end, you're walking out of the theater. Totally wrong. I do my outtakes during the show. You never miss anything. I'm thinking about you, okay? I don't want you to see it. You're leaving the theater. Listen, can you imagine if you left this after we're done and all of a sudden I did 12 shots I missed during the show? You wouldn't have nearly the joy. You would just see some artificial thing with all the balls going in. This is not artificial to me. This is real stuff. I get paid for missing. You ready? Watch this. You ever lose your cue? Grab it. Bring it back. There it is.
Nice. So, guys,
and one more
if you like what you're seeing, we're going to be back with them tomorrow. Follow along to our Facebook page. Give it a like.
This is
click the
going to
follow
test
button.
those watching. What do you do with this shot? That's your shot in 8-ball. Where are you going to play it? Anybody know where you play it?
You let your opponent shoot.
You know what? Most players do it. Some people shoot it here, and some shoot it here, and some shoot it here on a 2-rail bank, and some people shoot it here, and some people shoot it here. But really, you only have one shot, which is here. Now, you're probably thinking, well, how is that possible? I don't know.
Just go back out and back
Here's
in,
what
David.
you got to do. You know how when you shoot a ball down a rail, sometimes you hit this point here? Have you ever done that? And what's the first thing you do? You look at the table. Listen, the rails are straight.
This guy's world renowned, David.
The rails are straight. It's not the table. And by the way, if you're playing pool and you lose a game because the table looks like it's out of level, remember, it's out of level for the opponent, too. All right? Remember that. Write that down. I'll wait.
3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Eastern time,
awesome.
guys.
You ready for this? The reason we hit that point is because sometimes we twist a little.
You'll have a different show.
So I learned the secret to the cue. If you bring your cue and twist all the way and go like this, it twists the ball right in the pocket. There's your stroke. This is called a helix stroke. 360 and 180. Helix. That's roller coaster for a loop and a half. So watch this shot, everybody. And by the way, if you're not sitting down, I want to make a comment. Please be prepared for an awesome shot. If you're watching at home and you're not on the couch, sitting down or laying down, please, if you're standing up close to the TV, I want to caution you that people have been known to completely pass out on this shot, okay? And I don't want to lose anybody watching and go from $1,300 down to $1,299, okay? So here we go. 8 in the side. Boom, that's it. You like it? Huh? 6 ounce. 6 ounce. They're both 6 ounces. There's a difference, though. You see the question you asked me?
Welcome to everybody who's tuning in around the world.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome to everybody. So 6 ounces, 6 ounce 8-ball. 6 ounce 8-ball, but on the side. 6 ounce on the side like this.
We just want positive comments, though, guys.
Yeah.
So if you get this, you can use body English like this. Watch this. Get in. Isn't that great? Here, watch it. Watch this shot. Okay. All right, you get the idea. Now, does anybody have any questions you want to ask me in the arena here? Any questions in the arena? Any question from the streamers here? Thank you guys for.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We've been over an hour. I can go forever.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any more questions from the viewers?
Anybody got a quick question for Tom?
I'll give it to. I'm going to finish with wing shots. I got 5 minutes of wing shots yet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our competition. But we're going to do these wing shots now. Ted, thanks for setting this. This is great. This has been. I feel like a kid in a candy shop right now. You know what? It's like licorice. Have you got any licorice? I love licorice. Okay, here we go. So let's do wing shots now. My favorite thing.
Here's a question from
Get
Vince.
ready, everybody. Oh, don't use that 8-ball. It'll get you in trouble. That'll get you in trouble.
Tom,
All
do you
right.
have a favorite type of ball to use for the trick shots?
We have a what?
Favorite type of ball for trick shots?
What kind of trick balls do you like best?
Well, I use a TV Pro Cup cue ball. And any set of balls, I can do it with anything.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't focus on the brand name. I don't focus, as long as they're round and they roll.
There you go.
Basic
Okay,
concept,
there you
okay?
go.
All right, so here we go, everybody. Wing shots. We're going to finish with the wings. First, a standard right wing shot. Roll the ball, right wing shot. Next, a left wing shot. Left wing shot. Next,
Rod,
if you
we'd
get
love to come
confused,
to Australia, brother.
reverse wing shot. Next,
We will go anywhere and stream, guys.
down the back wing
Just
shot.
contact us on the page.
Next,
Or that could be for Dr.
under
Q,
the
I
leg
guess.
wing shot. Next, that's not it. Next, automatic wing shot. Next, pop wing shot. Get it, miss it, shoot again real fast, make it. Slip and stroke wing shot. Hit it, miss it, shoot again real fast, miss it twice in this pocket. Next shot. One-handed jack-up, watch this. Next, cross side bank wing shot.
Okay. We don't have them here. We'll be back in there. Yeah.
Next, cross corner bank wing shot. Oh, it's close, hold on. There's usually a kiss in this shot, cross corner. Oh, close, hold on. Let's use a 5, it's smaller. 2 rails. Perfect. That's a hard shot, hand wing shot. Oh, I'm not done, I still got about a few left. All right, here we go.
So you got a few other questions.
Okay, give me another question.
Yeah. Well, there's a few of them about
Ask away.
what's the weight or best weight for trick shots, what's the best cue for trick shots,
Or
equipment.
Here's one for us. What tip do you use on there for that?
Oh, that's a great one. I use 8 different tips.
Okay.
I use for jump shots really hard tips. Now, I'm not going to give you brands. I'm only going to give you the type of hardness.
Okay.
Jump shots are extremely hard. Masse shots are medium hard or lean toward the soft side. Regular shooting, draw shots, I'm using kind of a medium soft tip. I use most of the time low flex shafts except for where I need a lot of whip for like fouette shots. An example of a fouette shot I'll show you. But I use a hodgepodge of tips based upon the hardness of the tips to grip the cue ball at different intensities. So when you take a cue and go vertical, you have to have somebody that grips the ball, because if not, it'll go down and it'll push the ball with a miscue. So you have to grip it. It's unlike the fleshy part of your hand. I have to have a tip so it grips the ball like this. Here would be an example. If my palm was like this, if I went like this, the fleshy part like this. Like this. This is a Masse tip here. So it has to be fairly soft, but not so soft that it mushrooms too much. A hodgepodge of stuff. As far as types of cues, I've got 8 or 9 cues. I use different things. Depends upon the shot. Short cues for jumps. Masse cues are shorter. They're less flex. It's a really hard question, but what you have to do is you have to experiment. When I started on ESPN years ago doing shots, we only had 4 or 5 cues. Now everybody's got 30 cue sticks. And they all for a different purpose.
Christopher's asking if you can explain that numbered system again for banks.
For the kicks to the corner at 8
Yeah.
ball? Yeah, I can explain it again for Christopher. Okay, we have a request for a kick. Okay, Christopher, this is how it works. What you do, Christopher, is you take this ball and you give it a value of 0. It's always 0, this ball. As long as it's within an inch of the rail. 0. Now you have to count to the cue ball. 0, 1 diamond up, 2 diamonds, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5th diamond. You want to get close to the cue ball, but not necessarily on it. Along this way, the numbers are doubled up. 1 in the corner, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a piece of chalk on 5. 5 and 5 like this, Christopher. This gives Christopher a triangle. On the triangle, we have an angle, on the acute angle, and we move our stick over to the cue ball parallel like this. And we shoot down that line just like this, and we hit the cue ball like this down to the pocket. Very simple. If this is here, 0, you take a ghost ball here. That's 0. 0, it's always 0. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Connect 3 to 3, Christopher. Parallel shift. Step back, go through your pre-shot routine. Step into the shot, hit the cue ball on the right side with a smooth stroke like this. Whoops. Now that was a punch. If you go like this and you kind of punch, it's not going to work. So all of these shots we're using systems, you must have a smooth stroke. So chalk up, step back, step into your line, and a nice smooth stroke. Like this. See the difference? Boom. If it's here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to 5, parallel shift, go through your pre-shot routine, step in. Nice smooth stroke like this. You're always going to hit it. You're not going to hand this to your opponent. So, remember, it's simple, 2-rail quick kick system, okay?
The other question is from a couple of different people.
Yep.
What's your favorite trick shot from all of them that you know, and can you show them?
I can show you. Question is my favorite trick shot. First of all, I will answer it, and it's just from my heart. Every shot out of 2,000 is my favorite. But I do have one that I enjoy more than others as far as it's my favorite, but it's also what I enjoy because I use this to win 2 major championships. So I'll do that shot, okay?
There you go, guys.
I'll finish with this. We'll finish with that. It's a great question. This is called a starburst. Many people have seen it. I will show you how to set it up. You take a cue ball and put it off the edge of this point. 1 ball and put a ball like this, straight out. Then line up a 2 ball for that pocket. Now you must adjust for the throw factor. There's throw between the balls, friction. So we go like this. I know that some people are going to ask, why do you tap the balls? That's the next question on there. The reason is to set the balls in position. It doesn't hurt the table. This doesn't hurt the table. People get the wrong impression of what a table will take. They drop a table in a factory from 6 feet, they drop and it doesn't hurt the table with cloth on it. It may chip the slate without cloth from 6 feet. So this doesn't hurt the table. It hurts you and your ears, and you're saying, oh, it doesn't hurt the table. They're made to take that. But when we're playing competition, if you go like this, and you go like this, and 25 people do that, by the time you get to the 5th person, nobody can set it anymore because watch. See this? See it set in the hole? So it's unsportsmanlike conduct to go too loud. We have actually at our players meeting the no caution tapping rule. The hardest you can hit a ball is this. That's the hardest you get a competition. If you do it beyond that, you get penalized, a warning on the first one. After the first one, you get penalized a point, 3 points on the next one, 5 points, and then disqualified from the tournament. Not because of the table, because it doesn't allow your opponents to set up shots. If I go like this, see, watch, see? And if I want to set it here, I can't set it there because it goes back to where you had it. That's unsportsmanlike. So it's a gentle, now I'll set it up.
And Darren, again, buddy, we want to keep all these
comments positive,
comments
please.
Positive. This is his show. It's his entertainment.
Yep, it's free for you guys to watch. All our streams are always free.
I want to thank all the viewers for watching. Thank Ted again here at the great tournament. CCS, thank you so much for having us back.
So if you guys want to follow around, he'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll have him live again. Click the follow and like button on our Facebook page, Cue Sports Live. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. All our streams are free. We stream weekly. We'll have the rest of the tournament through tomorrow.
Off the pockets.
Follow along, it'll notify you.
Keep them in place, Teresa.
Notify you when we go live. He'll be back 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So make sure you click the like and follow button on our Facebook page. Notify you when we go live again. It'll be 3 p.m. Eastern approximately. He'll have a different show, different shots.
Okay, I think I got it. Good. Good. Pretty good. Good. Okay, I think I got it. Now, I could have preset this, but I would rather take time and show everybody how to do it themselves. So what I'm doing is I'm calculating the ball to the pocket, but not straight to the pocket. These are lined up off the pocket to allow for friction between balls. It's called inducement or throw. It happens.
Yeah, we had
in a
1900
regular
on
game.
at one
So
point.
here we go. I think I got it.
And Rex, brother,
I
if
think
you
I
want to
got it.
follow.
Good.
If you want to see good pool, this is where you want to come.
Yep, the Canadian Championships.
If anybody wants to look at it, you can see they're not lined up for the pockets.
We don't beg people to follow us. All of our stuff is free.
Good.
Yep.
If you want to follow along.
Okay, I think we're ready.
You're more than welcome to.
We don't
Good.
charge anybody for any streams
Okay,
we do.
that's it.
We got a huge archive of
All right, I'll
almost
explain a little bit
900.
about the shot, my favorite shot, and also very close to me because of winning competitions with it. Got to make one adjustment yet. Okay. Good. Okay, that's it. Now, in 1999, I saw this shot for the first time. It was invented by Kimura from Japan. He was a professional trick shot artist who has passed away, but he created about 100 different special shots. This did not have a name. In 1999, it was in a silent movie, basically a video, no words, no caption, no sound. 100 shots going in, crazy. Everybody's watching it. I saw it, I thought, that's awesome, that shot. He would make shots and balloons go up to the ceiling. Awesome shot. He was an entertainer. So he did this shot, and I thought, that's awesome. So I started to practice. I thought maybe one day, this was before I was competing on ESPN, I thought maybe one day I'll be able to use this just for the shows, because I was doing shows for 15 years. So I decided to get it down. I call it the Starburst because it looks like the grand finale of the fireworks. So what you're going to see is you're going to see like this, boom, 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 boom in 5 seconds. 3 balls, 3 balls, 3 balls, 3 balls, 3 balls. It's an awesome shot. It's like the grand finale. Now, this is basically the concept of the shot right here. That's pretty much the whole shot. Pretty much the whole shot. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Starburst. Thanks, guys. Job well done. Thanks to the viewers.
Tom.
Thanks to everybody. 3 o'clock tomorrow, everybody. Tune in again. Tell your friends. Have them get back in touch with us. What's the connection to it?
Cue Sports Live on Facebook and YouTube.
Cue Sports Live on YouTube and Facebook.
And Facebook, yep.
Okay, y'all got that? Write that down. We'll wait. Thank you. All right, here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I quit. Thanks.
Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Dr. Q.
How are you? Thanks. Good stuff.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Absolutely appreciate it. We will be back, as Dr. Q mentioned, tomorrow, 3 o'clock. And as we mentioned, guys, if you have not gone onto our Facebook page, that is Cue Sports Live. on our Facebook page. Click the like and the follow button on our YouTube channel. Click the subscribe and the bell button. We will be back later tonight with the rest of the CCS Canadian Championships. For now, we are going to sign off, shut down the stream. We now have to move all of the cameras and equipment back into the main room. So it'll probably take us a couple hours to get all of that done. We will be back tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And again, special thanks to Tom Rossman, aka Dr. Q. Guys, we'll see you in about 2 hours from now. Thanks again, guys.